Hi everyone, my name is Ompoc and today I'm going to discuss to you the country visited Rizal and its significant story. So, Jose Protasio Realonda Alonzo Rizal Mercado. Rizal's first trip abroad was on 1882, bound for Dr. Jose Rizal was died on December 30, 1896 in Bagumbayan, Luneta. In May 1882, in Madrid, he pursued further studies abroad. He enrolled in a course in medicine at the Universidad Central de Madrid in Spain. And then in June 1883, he traveled to France to observe how medicine was being practiced there. And then he travels to Madrid and thought about publishing a book that exposed the colonial relationship of Spain and the Philippines. And then Rizal returned to Manila in August 1887 after 5 years in Europe. 6 months later, pressured by the Spanish authorities as well as by family and friends to leave the country and avoid further persecution, and then Rizal left Manila for Hong Kong. And then he traveled to Macau and Japan before going to America. And then in April 1888, in San Francisco, California, he visited the states of Nevada, Utah, Colorado, Nebraska, Illinois, and New York. He jotted down his observation of the landscape in his diary. And then he traveled to England in May 1888, and then in August, he was admitted to the British Museum where he copied Antonio de Morga's massive study of the Philippines. And then in 1888 to 1890, he shuttled between London and Paris, where he wrote ethnographic and history-related studies as well as political articles. And then he traveled to Spain. He met with fellow Filipinos intellectuals like Marcelo H. del Pilar, Mariano Ponce, and Graciano Lopez Jaina. And then in March 1891 in France, Rizal finished writing his second novel, El Filibusterismo. And then in September 1890, El Filibusterismo was published in Ghent using donations from Rizal's friends. And then he travels to Spain. The rivalry had ensued between Rizal and Del Pilar over the leadership of Association Hispano-Filipino in Spain. And then he traveled again to Europe. And then Rizal decided to leave Europe to avoid the worsening rift between the Rizalistas and Pilaristas and to help maintain unity among Filipino expatriates. He traveled again to Hong Kong and planned to build a new Calamba by relocating landless Filipino to Borneo. And then Rizal came home to the Philippines in June 1892 and died in December 30, 1896. So, for the moral lesson, let us not waste our time. Time is gold, time is precious. So, as much as possible, let's do our part to help our country, at least in a simple way. At least in reaching our goals, so that the economy of the Philippines will be great again. Thank you for listening. God bless.